Welcome to the inaugural the basketball tournament's Day of Giving. My name is Jason Newton from WBAL TV 11, and this is the first time ever that the basketball tournament has chosen Baltimore to highlight its championship game and its Day of Giving. In a few minutes, I'll introduce you to a man, a familiar face here in Baltimore, a 10-time NBA All-Star, Carmelo Anthony, who's going to join us back here in Baltimore, hosting this event in our community. And as I heard all throughout this morning, it's by no mistake that Baltimore and this neighborhood was chosen to host such an event. To talk more about that, one of the city's, or probably the city's biggest champion, our mayor, Mayor Catherine Pugh.
One of my favorite TV anchors. Of course, everybody's my favorite TV anchor. But I wanted to do a presentation. I'm not going to speak until toward the end of the program. But I want to do this for the young people who are out here, because it's important that you never give up on a dream, that whatever you believe that you can do, you can. And when you think about something that you want to do, just do it. And I just wanted to mention, and I was saying this to LaRon while I was sitting here, that when I rode by here, I said to someone that this field really needs to be developed. No bleachers, individuals, parents would come across the street with their lawn chairs because there was no place to sit. I was over on that basketball court, and a young man said to me, "Can you fix the rims, because the rims are bent?" And our Parks and Recreation Department has done that. But we've got a lot of work to do in this community. But I want to do this for the young people. And I'd like to ask LaRon Finney and Derek Chase to come to the podium. And the reason I'm bringing these two young men to the podium is because they didn't give up on an idea. In fact, you'll hear stories about how they forced folks to say, hey, we want to bring this tournament to Baltimore. And today is about giving back. And I just want to say to you all, Derek, LaRon Finney, thank you for not giving up on something that you believe in, your city. This is my Baltimore City pin. Everybody doesn't get these, okay? So I'll pin them on later. But this is for the young people. Remember now, these are two young men in our city who brought a national tournament to Baltimore City. And today they're bringing all of us together to focus on what we must do as a community. One, collectively work together. This is about cleaning up our neighborhoods, our communities, and also a job fair that's going to take place at Mondawmin Mall. And I just want you all to know that there are jobs available in our city. We're doing a job fair September the 27th at the Convention Center. And we have another big company right here in our city. That's 1,200 jobs. So if you all don't know about jobs that are available, we'll let you know about those jobs. But importantly, for our young people, continue to dream, believe in our city, know that we work every single day on your behalf of all of the citizens of Baltimore. But first, I just want to say thank you. I was at the game last night. Thank you. Thank you. Give them a big round of applause. Jason.
Well, if you think this event is just about basketball, you're mistaken. Plenty going out throughout the day. Let me walk you through some of them. From 10 to 4, 12 projects will take place all throughout the Upton, Penn North community, from cleaning, flowering, refurbishing inactive stalls at the Avenue Market. Also, cleanup and painting will take place at the New Era Academy. That's in Cherry Hill. And outreach and education will take place at the Men's and Family Health Center. That's in East Baltimore. Also, stop by the Health City and Wellness Fair. That's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. That'll be over at Mondawmin Mall. And from now until 2 p.m., you can bring your resumes, as the mayor said, to meet potential employers. That'll be at Coppin University's Talent Center. We hope you can stop by at one of the many events today. There are still tickets available for the championship game. That's set for tomorrow on campus there at Coppin. It all begins at 7 p.m. Well, you've heard a lot about the gentleman I'll bring to stage now. He's done a lot for our city, from Jazzy Summer Nights to the African American Heritage Festival and the National Basketball Association, a long list of countless events and initiatives. LaRon Finney has brought Baltimore the biggest stars, the best entertainment, while all connecting major corporations to community initiatives for over 15 years now. Again, join me in welcoming LaRon Finney.
Good morning. Today is a great day in Baltimore. About 9 months ago, we said that we would bring the tournament to Baltimore because it's about time that we begin to change the narrative of our city, not only locally, but from a national level. And what we've been able to do in the past 9 months, my partner Derek Chase and myself, is to really begin the blueprint of what a public-private partnership should look like. It should involve the community. It should involve corporations. And more importantly, it should involve the folks who want to move our city forward. So today we're here to celebrate not only the basketball tournament, but what will be the start of a day of giving on a quarterly basis here in Baltimore City. So again, I want to thank my sponsors, the kids, the press. This is a big deal for our city. We need to stand up and have great expectations each and every day that we walk out. So Baltimore, we're ready to stand up. I want to thank Mayor Pugh. I want to thank the Basketball Tournament Advisory Committee. They worked countless hours to put this on. Volunteer, no pay. This is what it's about. It's collaborative initiatives to make this happen. I want to thank Coppin State University and Baltimore City Parks and Recs. But in order for us to do a major undertaking, to do 12 blocks up and down Pennsylvania Avenue, to do workforce development at Coppin, to do a major health initiative at Mondawmin, it takes sponsors to pay for this. So I want to thank Maritha Gay from Casa Permanente. She is a true champion for our city. I want to thank Steve McAdams in the state of Maryland who stepped up to make sure that we can get this across the finish line. Terry Hasseltine from the Maryland Sports Commission, and Cal McNeil and Carmichael Stokely Kennedy from Shoe City. Thank you for stepping up as we appreciate you. Mike Preston and Johns Hopkins University, Sagamore Development, Jimmy Little and Under Armour, the Visit Baltimore team, the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts, and a heartfelt thank you to Wanda Best, Cassandra Stewart, and Raul Edwards, who have stepped up to make this happen today. So this is the model. We collaborate, we check egos at the door. We do whatever we need to do to make it happen, and this is what we consider Baltimore standing up. So again, on behalf of the TBT team, the Finn Group, Stand Up Baltimore, thank you so much from our hearts. We love you, and this is the city that we're going to make better and greater as we move forward. Thank you.
Before we continue, a chance to at least welcome our guest of honor, Carmelo Anthony. For now, though, Derek Chase, he founded the Coalition for the Transformation and Betterment of Baltimore in the wake of Baltimore's civil unrest. He also launched the career of Grammy-nominated artist Raheem DeVaughn, and he is the owner of Chase Executive Holdings Group, LLC. Please join me in welcoming Derek Chase, CEO and founder of Stand Up Baltimore.
Stand Up Baltimore. You can say it. Stand Up Baltimore. I'm home. I was born in the 2200 block of Division Street, spent 21 years in Park Heights, so I'm home. When you have an opponent that appears to be unbeatable, the question becomes not how daunting the task is. The question becomes, how do you develop a strategy to win? I'm going to say it again. When you have an opponent that appears to be unbeatable, the question is not how good they are, how loaded the bench is. The question is, do you have the heart to win? Last time, when you see an opponent that's beating everybody, the question is, oh, they have so-and-so and such on their team. The question becomes, what is the talent and ability and heart of not their team, but your team? See, we believe in Baltimore. I'm going to say it again. We believe in Baltimore. Never let your enemy or your opponent count your score. You'll never win. See, we're not counting murders in Baltimore. We're counting buildings going up. We're counting children's lives being transformed. We're counting all of the community organizations that you don't see, that don't get an opportunity to be on podiums and stages, that we work and partner with every day, who are out there fighting in the streets of Baltimore. See, for every murder that you see, there's 1,000 murders that don't happen because there's an intervention there. So when we say stand up Baltimore, that's what we mean. See, everybody has the ability to do something. Everybody has the ability to transform something. So we thank John Mugar and the TBT family for bringing their resources, for bringing their camera lens to Baltimore. Not to show and highlight what the news media has put out before you, but to show the best of Baltimore. My partner, LaRon Finney, a tremendous individual, a perfectionist, who works hard to make things happen, things that you see and things that you don't see. She has a word, he says, that I love. He says we must be intentional. See, we must be intentional about everything that we do. It's no secret why we didn't take this to Towson State University, where some would say it would be a better fit. Well, you don't have any crime in Baltimore and Towson State University. You don't have this, you don't have that in Towson State University. We have something here. So in my closing, I want to thank our wonderful mayor, Madam Catherine Pugh, who, as I said before, give her a round of applause. See, I didn't meet Mayor Catherine Pugh in her office. I actually met her on the street during the riots with Elijah Cummings and the CNN and all of that situation that you see. I'm standing right beside her. I met her in the fight. We have fighters in this city. John Hopkins, we have fighters in this city. Kaiser Permanente, we have fighters in this city. Sioux City, we have fighters in this city. Eric, Leon, we have to fight. We have to win. See, we're not playing to play. We are playing to win. I thank all of you. Hopefully something that happens on this week inspires somebody else to go and see something that seems to be impossible and make the impossible possible. I want to give a special shout out to my man Bay, because I saw Bay right after I saw them coming up the steps in Macy's Bay. And me and Finney had just had the conversation. We got to talk to Bay. We got to talk to Bay because Carmelo is a perfect fit for what it is that we're doing here in Baltimore. So I thank you. Continue to be blessed. Continue to participate in the Day of Giving, because this is a work day, and we see you tomorrow at the tournament. Thank you. Stand up, Baltimore.
Derek, thank you. Also joining us today is Reginald Moore. He's the new director of the Department of Recreation and Parks. Prior to coming to Baltimore, he was the director of the Macon-Bibb County Parks and Recreation Department in Georgia. He also led sports administrations for the Atlanta Falcons and for the World Basketball League. Ladies and gentlemen, Reginald Moore.
Good morning. Good morning, Mayor Pugh. Good morning to our elected officials. Good morning to Carmelo Anthony, our special guest, the basketball organizers. But good morning to the city of Baltimore residents. This is truly an exciting day. This is a day where we thank the basketball tournament for bringing this event to Baltimore. And additionally, what's beautiful about today is that they've taken time out of their busy schedule to come back to Baltimore, to one of our communities, and help us and engage in cleaning up our city. So again, I want to thank you. It goes back to a simple motto that I carry with me everywhere I go, and it's simple. It says, building healthy communities through people, parks, and programs, through community engagement. And that is my commitment that I bring to Baltimore, is that I'm going to get out and I'm going to get engaged with the community, and I need the support of the community as we work together to make Baltimore a better city. I came from Macon, Georgia. You're absolutely right. I came from Macon, Georgia. Some people say, well, you come to Baltimore. Supposedly, Baltimore has high crime rates. I don't see that in Baltimore. I see potential here. And it's just us as a department making sure that we're back and we're giving back to our communities by being engaged. And that's my commitment here to Baltimore. I thank Mayor Pugh for giving me the opportunity to come here to lead a dynamic department. In addition, I want to thank the staff who made sure that this facility was ready to go today. And I have to commend you because I've been here twice, and I have to say there's work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done. I agree with you, Mayor Pugh. But we are starting, and we're going to finish this, but not just here. We have to do it all over Baltimore. Again, thank you, and I'm excited to be here.
You've heard this name a lot today, and I'll tell you a little bit about him. Jonathan Mugar and the TBT team, they all founded the tournament 4 years ago with the vision of providing a platform for the underappreciated basketball player to provide unfiltered competitive basketball at its best. And it's with that same spirit and vision that John and TBT have selected Baltimore to host the nationally televised tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Mugar.
On behalf of the basketball tournament, I just wanted to thank the City of Baltimore and Mayor Pugh and the State of Maryland and Steve McAdams for welcoming us here. Also want to thank Carmelo, obviously, for his involvement and present him with a small token of our appreciation right now, which is a jersey from the Boeheim's Army team who lost by 5 last night. They could have used him. Also wanted to thank LeBron, obviously, and Derek for everything they did in expressing their vision for how the Day of Giving could go. And, of course, our corporate partners, Kaiser Permanente, Johns Hopkins, Shoe City, and Sagamore. Thank you all. It's because of that list of people that we're here today, and they had the boldness and vision to welcome us to the community. So thank you all very much. With TBT, you know, everyone talks about the money, and for good reason. $2 million to the winning team is a lot of money. But for people who know the players and know the teams, they understand that it's about a lot more than that. It's about camaraderie, teamwork, sacrifice. And our tournament is open to anyone who wants to play, anyone. So we had over 100 teams apply this year and over 1,000 players. And it's, you know, it's great to see these teams that were able to make it this far, where tomorrow night, 7 p.m. At Coppin State on ESPN, you're going to see 2 teams that embody the TBT spirit immeasurably. On one side, you have Overseas Elite, which is 18-0, back-to-back champions, and have never been beaten before. And you've never seen a team before that cares less about personal achievement. And it's really something to see. On the other side, we have Team Challenge ALS, which, as the name suggests, is playing for a cause that's much bigger than them. The person who put the team together, Shawn Marshall, went to Boston College and roomed with Pete Frates, who was afflicted with ALS. And what he has pledged to do is hand over a portion of winnings to that foundation and raise awareness for ALS. So I hope you come all, yep, thank you. I hope you can all come out to Coppin tomorrow night and support them and support TBT. And once again, thank you very much, Baltimore, for having us.
Joining us now from the state of Maryland, Kelly M. Schultz. She is the Secretary of the Department of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. Kelly.
Good morning. Mayor, nice to see you again today. I am sitting up here as probably the least known of all of these wonderful people that have brought this whole event here to Baltimore. But what I can say is, on behalf of the governor of the state of Maryland, that this is exactly what we're talking about when we bring all of the stakeholders in the community, the different government organizations at the local and the state level, our stakeholders in our business community, our community outreach. This is exactly what we need to do in order to be able to change the tone of where we are in the state of Maryland and in Baltimore City. So I stand here very grateful because a little over 2 years ago, my office is right around the corner here, but we started a community tour throughout the city of Baltimore under not so good circumstances and sat with so many good meaningful community members that told us about exactly what they needed to do, what we needed to do, what we needed to be able to help to provide in order to be able to create additional opportunities for these students that are sitting here on my left side in the city of Baltimore, to be able to understand what the needs were. And what we heard most frequently was, don't come and do lip service to us here in Western Baltimore. Don't do lip service in East Baltimore. Tell us what you're actually going to do, what's going to make it stick. And I'm really proud of these folks that are sitting behind me, because this is the meaningful way in which you make lasting impressions in the city of Baltimore and in the state of Maryland. This is what helps to bring back the dignity to our students, to be able to understand that at Coppin State University, the Department of Labor is helping to sponsor a work fair to be able to create those jobs and to show the people in the community that there are jobs out there. Thank you to those businesses and to those corporations that have decided to come to Baltimore to say, I want to hire you. We have jobs available. This is what we need to do in order to be able to train you for a career path of the future that is going to provide that dignity that everybody in the community understands that is where we want to go and where we want to be. So I am so blessed to be able to be here, to be able to ask to participate and to sponsor and to be a part of this wonderful basketball tournament. I thank ESPN for having the faith in our city and our state in order to be able to come here in order to make a difference. So have a great day. I will not be a $2 million winner tomorrow night. But you never know, maybe next year we'll all be back here and we'll put a team together. So thank you so much for being here.
Right now, before we continue, I'll get all volunteers to report to registration now for your assignment for a work site. So if you're a volunteer, make your way now to find out your assignment. To continue our program right now, Maritha Gay joins us. She is the Executive Director of External Affairs and Community Benefit at Kaiser Permanente.
Good morning, Baltimore. I'm so excited to be here, and Kaiser Permanente, again, is a trusted partner here with the city. Good morning to all of our esteemed guests. You know, when I think about giving back, you know, this resonates so much to my heart because I represent an organization whose mission is all about giving back. You know, our goal is to provide cost-effective health care to our members, but also to improve the health and well-being of the communities that we serve. Today is about improving the health and well-being of the community serves, and I am so excited to once again be a partner here for this event. When I think about health, though, I think about a lot of different things. I think about the physical health, which is really important, which is basketball and the physical activity, but I also think about the mind and the body and the spirit. I think about what a job means to good health. I think about what education means to good health. I think about what access to good fruits and vegetables and healthy nutrition is to health. And that is why we are here today. And that's why we are and will continue to be here for Baltimore. We love Baltimore. Kaiser Permanente is in Baltimore. We have lots of resources that we commit to Baltimore. But we know one thing, that we cannot do this work in a vacuum, and we cannot do it alone. So it's one of the main reasons why we're here today as a lead sponsor. You will continue to see Kaiser Permanente because we all want to make sure that everybody lives well and that they thrive. So thank you very much.
We'll now hear from Michael Preston. He's the Director of East Baltimore Community Affairs at Johns Hopkins University in Medicine, Government, and Community Affairs.
Good morning, everyone. I want to bring greetings from the leadership of Johns Hopkins University and Johns Hopkins Medicine. It's great to be here this morning and look out and see so many people here that are committed to rebuilding this community, this city, and this state. 28 months ago, our collective attention was on this community for all the wrong reasons. But today, we're here to demonstrate that the residents of Baltimore City and the surrounding communities can and will come together to make a difference for this city. For Hopkins, our commitment to this city is through a program called Hopkins Local, where we're committed to build, buy, and hire with the residents and businesses of the communities around our university and our hospital and selected zip codes like this one right here we're in today. And what we've been able to do over the last year is remarkable. We've hired more than 300 residents from the local community, committed $5 million to local businesses, and $17 million for construction projects. But today is another example of our commitment to the community. We're rolling up our sleeves and getting involved with the job fair, the health fair, and community service. But jobs are good, but there's another thing that's happening in this city that the mayor is going to be involved with later today. There's a group of folks from Goldman Sachs and Bloomberg Philanthropies that are making a commitment to Baltimore and Baltimore-based businesses to invest $10 million in Baltimore businesses. So that's another way to bring economic development to the city. And this program is going to be run in partnership with Johns Hopkins, Morgan State University, and the Community College of Baltimore County. And it aligns perfectly with another initiative that's associated with why we're here today, the Baltimore 1000, which seeks to grow 100 tech billionaires in Baltimore. Listen to me, not millionaires, billionaires. So pay attention when you hear about Baltimore 1000 and get involved if you can. And in closing, I want to thank the Finn Group. I want to thank Stand Up Baltimore and TBT for initiating this Day of Giving. We're excited to participate, and we recognize that our contribution, whether big or small, together will make a lasting impression on Baltimore. Thank you.
Also joining us today, Carmichael Stokey. He is the founder of the Stokey Project. No. Nope. We are recognizing Carmichael today. We'd like to thank him, Shoe City, and his project for helping us with this project. Now I'm going to have Mayor Pugh and Carmelo Anthony join us. I believe there is a presentation.
Well, let me just say, I know all of Baltimore is excited to have Carmelo back here in Baltimore, and we really are excited. And let me just mention this too, Carmelo. We know how much you mean to Baltimore, and what you've done is help shine a national light on our city. And this is really a great day for Baltimore because Bloomberg is in town, Michael Bloomberg is in town, Mr. Blankfein is in town, the president of Goldman Sachs, and Warren Buffett is in town. But guess who we have right here? Carmelo Anthony. And we want to thank you for being a part of this because what you've done is shine a light on our city. And what you've said and what we're saying to everybody is that Baltimore does matter, that change can take place, but it's about how we all work together. And we can write our own story. We don't need anybody else to tell our story when people are committed to our city. So I also want to take a moment to thank Delegate Antonio Hayes, who is here. Steve McAdams is also here, but Eric Costello, Councilman Leon Pinkett, and Senator Van Hollen's office too, and also former Senator Verna Jones is with us. But Carmelo, as I walked through the tournament last night, I said, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard the greatness of this city and what we can be. But it's when individuals such as yourself take time out of your schedule to shine a light on our city, to make this tournament more than what most people on the ground get to see, but what the world gets to see. And at the same time, giving of your time and your talent to showcase our city and to participate in this day of giving, when we will give to each other a better city. And I also should mention that Amazon is hiring 1,200 Baltimoreans today. So if you don't get a job today in Baltimore, you're not looking, because we got jobs. But I wanted to present you with this mayor's medallion for your meritorious service, but not just for your service, but for your commitment, because you didn't have to do it, but you did. So here we go. He said, I'll say a couple of words. Please do.
I felt the pressure to come say a couple words. It was only right. first and foremost, I want to thank the mayor for kind of gracing me with another medal.
I like it, though. I like
I think this is more important than the gold medal.
Thank you.
This is more important than the gold medal. And just to harp on what you said, I'm home. I done ran these schoolyards. I done played on this exact field that you guys are here sitting on right now. I was a little kid running in and out of Robert C. Marshall, not knowing what was my next move. Didn't have a dream, didn't have hope, but I had belief. I believed in my support system. I believed in my family. I believed in my mother, who's actually sitting over here right now. But I also believed in this community, because this community is what made me who I am today. To be able to get through this community, survival is it's hard, it's tough, it's challenging. And for me to be able to sit here today and receive this award and about to cut a ribbon here on the field where I done hit a couple home runs on this field in Little League Baseball. I done scored a couple touchdowns on this field, and I done scored a lot of points in that rec center right there. But most important for me to be able to give back to these kids today, to give back to this community, but not just any community, this community in particular. For me to see the light that's being shined on Baltimore City as a whole, for TBT to pick Baltimore to come here and bring their tournament here and nationally televised tournament here to Baltimore, for the world to see that what we're trying to do here, what we're trying to build, what we're trying to create is so much bigger than the negativity that you guys hear or you guys see or you guys read about our city. So I'm here to shed some light on the positive things that's going on here in our city, here in this community. So once again, I want to thank you, Mayor, for allowing me to put another medal around my neck. All the kids that's out there, I can see you yawning. It's early. I was in y'all's seat before. But today should be a good day. This is a day of giving back to the city that we love, that we're a part of, that we appreciate. But I want to say I appreciate you guys for being here, sitting up, listening, cooperating, because at the end of the day, maybe one day you guys could be in my position where you're speaking to the next group of kids in the future. So thank you.
So we're going to proceed to the front, so everyone stay seated. Please don't get up. No press to the front. Please follow instructions. Thank you. So we want to have the group go to the front of the stage, and we're going to do the official ribbon cutting.
Excellent. Everyone, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.